We made this channel for you guys to know what are the things that can help you to improve everything in your relationship. We are here to be your guide. That is why this channel is so helpful. But first, let's talk about deeper in our niche. For now, let's talk about love. For generations, humans have been fascinated and attracted by the deep and diverse feeling of love. Trying to describe love is like attempting to capture the essence of a fleeting moment or the beauty of a sunset. It is elusive, subjective, and varies considerably across people. Nonetheless, innumerable works by historians, poets, philosophers, and artists have been committed to delving into the depths of this profound feeling. Love is typically defined as a strong affection, attachment, or connection between two people. Psychologists have sought to classify love into several categories, including romantic love, platonic love, and family love. The triangle theory of love, suggested by prominent psychologist Robert Sternberg, has three components: closeness, passion, and commitment. When all three components are present, the combination of these aspects produces diverse types of love, such as complete love. Love is not only an individual emotion, it is intricately linked to social and cultural influences. Societal standards, expectations, and values all influence how love is viewed and conveyed. Depending on the culture, planned marriages, free choice in romantic relationships, or familiar links may be prioritized, altering the dynamics of love within a society. Furthermore, over time, cultural acceptance and recognition of various types of love, such as same-sex couples or unorthodox pairings, has developed. The influence of love on mental and physical well-being cannot be overstated. According to scientific evidence, falling in love causes the release of hormones and neurotransmitters that lead to emotions of contentment, security, and general well-being. In contrast, the absence or loss of love can cause emotional discomfort and, in severe circumstances, contribute to mental health problems. Love is a strong incentive for human activity. Love, whether expressed via acts of compassion, sacrifice, or generosity, has the power to motivate people to better themselves and contribute positively to society. The transformational power of love may be seen in the innumerable stories of human growth, atonement, and perseverance recorded throughout history. Finally, love is an elaborate tapestry woven into the fabric of human existence. It defies categorization, spanning a wide range of feelings, experiences, and manifestations. Love changes our lives profoundly, from the passion of romantic love to the enduring connections of friendship, and the self-compassion that nourishes personal growth. Love is a guiding force that lends depth and significance to the human experience as we traverse the intricacies of relationships, social expectations, and our own inner landscapes. For the next topic is the relationship. We will also delve on this one. Relationships are fundamental to our lives, impacting our pleasure, well-being, and personal development. Whether it's a friendship, a familiar link, or a romantic relationship, the quality of our interactions is critical to our overall happiness. However, no relationship is immune to difficulties. Of course, we all know that. And the key to their long-term viability is a consistent effort to enhance and nurture them. That's why we're here. Later on, I will discuss that our channel will help you and we will be guide to your life, especially in relationship. Okay, back to our topic, relationship. The path to bettering a relationship is a continuous one that takes attention, patience, and a real commitment to the well-being of both parties involved. Individuals may prepare the path for robust, rewarding, and long-lasting connections by stressing effective communication, understanding, trust building, shared experiences, conflict resolution, and adaptation. We uncover the real potential for joy, support, and companionship that meaningful connections bring to our lives when we spend time and effort into the art of strengthening relationships. That is why I want to share a story, particularly my breakup story between me and my ex. This was a funny but sad one. Heartbreak is a universal sensation that crosses cultural borders and strikes a deep chord within the human psyche. When a once forever romance began to dissolve, I found myself plunged into this deep abyss. It was a bright afternoon that day, with the perfume of hope, yes, and the world appeared to shine with the warmth of our shared laughter. We had a long walked through life's ups and downs together, weaving a tapestry of memories that decorated the canvas of a relationship or our partnership. Cracks were silently growing beneath the surface, and the fragile threads that joined us were fraying. The first signs of oncoming heartbreak were subtle adjustments in our chats, which had previously been filled with shared dreams and whispered confidences, but were now plagued by awkward silences and carefully selected phrases. It's so sad. I still remember that back then. The intimacy that had previously been our sanctuary had faded into obscurity, seeping through our fingers like sand. The emotional gap between us became wider as the days passed. The laughter that used to reverberate down the hallways of our shared life now felt empty. Our efforts to bridge the widening divide were greeted with the reality that some scars are too deep to repair. The realization occurred with a sharpness that broke through the fog of denial. It was a peaceful evening, and the weight of unspoken words weighed heavily in the air as we sat across from one another. The confession poured out, a painful admission of irreconcilable differences and acceptance that our paths were parting. The aftermath of the discovery looked like something out of a shattered fairy tale. My eyes welled up with tears, of course. I cried that day. And the pain in my chest was very, very intense. It was as if the universe had conspired to deprive me of the comfort of companionship, forcing me to deal with the hole created by the departure of a once loved presence. Days progressed into weeks, months, years, and time became a bittersweet reminder of what had been lost. Every daybreak brought the burden of a new day without the familiar embrace, and every sunset signaled the conclusion of another day spent navigating the maze of grief. Despite this, A silent strength grew from the furnace of pain, a resilience that murmured promises of healing and regeneration. Slowly, I began to piece together the pieces of my shattered heart, realizing that the conclusion of one chapter signaled the beginning of another. Heartbreak, its piercing anguish, is a transformational journey, not just an ending. It teaches us about the transience of love, the frailty of human ties, and the tenacious spirit that allows us to emerge from the ashes of broken hopes. I carried echoes of loss as a monument to the depth of my capacity to love, suffer, and emerge. However, damaged with increased understanding as I treat the path of recovery. But now I can say that with all those lessons I've learned, I found a man, and I'm actually in a healthy relationship because I applied all of my lessons that I've learned from my past relationships. So, I will not do the same mistake again because I really want my current relationship last. So, hi guys. Last segment I talked about relationships, love, heartbreaks. So now I know that you will have lots of things that you can learn today because I'm going to talk about red and green flags. Okay, before I start, do you know that you can still prevent these breakups? Because actually, I am regretting because I did not know this back then. The red and the green flags. They are very essential, especially in this generation. Why? And what are they? If you will ask me. Recognizing red and green flags in a relationship is critical for determining the health and possible durability of the connection. Red flags are markers of possible problems because red means, we have this stereotyping: if it's red, it's bad or dangerous. That's why it's called red flags, from the word red, markers of possible problems. While green flags are indicators of a healthy and thriving connection. I will give you an example, okay? So now let's first dive in red flags. Lack of communication, okay? So, what is the red flag on this? Consistent breakdowns in communication, avoiding important discussions, or being dismissive of each other's feelings. We all know that communication is the key. So, it's a red flag if you don't want to communicate to your partner. Okay? Why? Communication is the foundation of a strong relationship, and its absence can lead to misunderstandings and resentment. Okay? My current partner always wants to communicate. He always wants to open up his feelings, and that's the thing that I really want about him. It's being openness. Because if you are not open to your partner, then what's the reason or what's the sense of staying if you will not be open? You're suppressing your feelings. And if you're suppressing that feelings, it means you don't respect yourself. Because if you have a respect on yourself, you will open up. Next, Disrespect. This is the basic of all the things that I will say. Disrespect. If your partner disrespects you, it is a major, major red flag. Okay? So the examples of disrespect is verbal, emotional, or physical disrespect. If your partner hit you, if he or she already hit you, get out. I tell you, even though he or she told you that this is the last time I hit you, it's not true. It will happen again. Not today, not tomorrow, but it will happen again. Trust me, I bet. Because I have lots of people I know that they were hit by their partner and their partner told them that they will not hit again, but it happened again. Okay, so the disrespect including insults, name calling, or belittling. Okay, I have a story because my ex, we threw a lot of verbal disrespect. Whenever we have a conflict, we will throw bad words at each other. And luckily, my partner right now does not do that. And I'm very glad as in. Okay, to sum it up, why it's a red flag, disrespect. Respect is essential for a healthy relationship, and any form of disrespect erodes the foundation of mutual respect or mutual understanding. Remember, every person in this universe or in this world remember, every person in this world or in this universe deserves a respect. Okay? If you will not respect your partner, at least respect him or her as a human being. I have this story again because I really liked what she said about the breakup announcement. So we have this love team in our country. It's called Katniel. And they broke up. Okay. They're I think, yeah. They're 11 years. There were 11 years in a relationship. And she said in the breakup announcement that we started our relationship with respect. So I will end our relationship with respect. See, respect is very essential, whether in a relationship or as a human being. Okay? Next, control and manipulation. Red flag. Attempts to control or manipulate the other person's actions, decisions, or social interactions. Okay? I don't want to be controlled. How about you? Do you want to be controlled? No. Because healthy relationships are based on trust and autonomy. And control undermines the individuality of each partner. Okay? Everyone, you can ask your mom, your dad, your grandmother, sister, or brother, or any person. Okay? You can ask them, and I bet that they don't want to be controlled. Because if you will be controlled, if you will let that person or your partner control you, then you don't have a self-respect. Okay? If you don't have a self-respect, then you yourself is a red flag. Because I said a while ago, disrespect is a red flag. So if you do not respect yourself, then you yourself is a red flag. Make sense? Okay. Next, unresolved conflicts. So this is the thing that I like the most. Okay, before I proceed to my story, unresolved conflicts, it is a red flag. Persistent and unresolved conflicts with recurring arguments and an inability to find common ground. Okay? Why? Healthy relationships require effective conflict resolution. Ongoing issues can lead to emotional distance. Okay. This is my story. Okay? My current relationship, we agreed that we will not sleep with a heavy heart. Okay? I really liked it because on my past relationship, whenever we have an argument, we just sleep it. And it's a very unhealthy. Because if you will not resolve your conflict, okay, it will stack up until it became big. Okay? Do you get my point? Just solve it. Okay? Because your problem, it may be big or small, can lead to breakup. And that's the worst case we want to experience, breakup. So as much as possible, do whatever you can say that can save your relationship. That's why I'm very glad that my current relationship is so healthy. I've learned many things to him and he learned many things to me. Again, remember this: do not sleep with a heavy heart. See guys, you're learning a lot of things to me. That's why subscribe now to our channel. Okay, that's a segment. Okay, let's continue. Next, lack of trust. Also, that's a major red flag. Constant suspicion, jealousy, or the inability to trust each other. Why? Because trust is the bedrock of a strong relationship, and its absence can lead to insecurity and instability. Okay. Like what I've said, trust is the foundation of a relationship, because if you don't trust your partner, then don't be in a relationship. Because if you don't trust your partner, I bet you will have lots of arguments ahead. Okay? That's why, in able to trust your partner, of course, your partner must adjust also. He or she must reassure you. Okay? He must reassure you that you are the only person he or she will love in his life. Because I know it's so hard to trust nowadays. That's why you need your partner also to reassure you. That's why relationship takes two. If you're the one who will move or will work, it's not gonna work, because you two must work together in order for your relationship work. See? Those red flags are just few. there are lots of red flags out there. That's why I want you to comment down below if you have something in mind. Okay? Then we can talk about it in the future. Okay, next, of course, if there are red flags or bad side in a person, of course, there will be green flags or the good side of a person. Actually, the green flags are the contrast of red flags. Okay, I started my red flags in this respect, so I will start my green flag in mutual. I started my red flag in lack of communication. That's why I'm going to start my green flag in effective communication. Green flag, open and honest communication, active listening, and a willingness to discuss feelings and concerns. Why? Why it's a green flag? Healthy relationships thrive on effective communication, fostering understanding and emotional intimacy. Because if you're open to your partner, then, oh my God, you are an angel sent from heaven. Because you're making you're making your partner feel at ease. Because you're open to him or you're open to her. She or he will not overthink. Okay? Next, mutual respect. Just like what I've said a while ago, disrespect is a red flag. That's why in green flag, mutual respect is a green flag. Because a foundation of mutual respect where partners value each other's opinions, boundaries, and individuality. Okay, I will put an emphasis on boundaries. Boundaries, rather. I really like my current relationship. I will not stop bragging about it, about my current relationship. Why? Because we really respect each other's boundaries. Of course, we have this saying, what do you call this? The we time. Okay, from the word we. We will do whatever we want together. We will watch movies, we'll play games, we will talk. And of course, all of us are human beings. And we also need me time. Okay, from the word itself, me, we need our time for ourselves. Okay? So, whenever I want myself to have a me time, I will just say it to him, then he will respect that. And I am so glad. Because on my past relationships, whenever I want to, do this, they will be mad at me. Like, do you really love me? If you really love me, then you want to stay with me. You want to be with me all the time. It's giving me an ick vibe. And that ick vibe is disgust vibe. Actually, I have another story. Okay, I downloaded a dating app. I talked to a lot of people. Actually, I met my current relationship in a dating app. But yeah, back to my story. I talked to a lot of people, and those people made me so mad because They did not respect my me time. They always say, send me a picture, send me a picture, send me a picture. And I really don't want that. Okay? Because if you don't respect my me time or my boundaries, then how come you can respect me if we are in a relationship already? See? See, guys, what I'm pointing out? It's important to know what are the green and red flags in order for you to save yourself from a bad and disgusting relationship. That's why it's really important for you to subscribe to our channel for us to guide you. Okay? To pull you out from a bad relationship. Okay? So, back to my story. Support and encouragement. Okay, that's the next green flag. So, what's the green flag of that? Genuine support and encouragement for each other's goals, aspirations, and personal growth. Why it's a green flag? Healthy relationships involve partners who uplift and inspire one another, contributing to individual and shared success. It is very green flag. I actually feel, giggle. I usually giggle when my boyfriend support me to my certain hobbies. Like, I really like, I think my hobby is going shopping, going to a mall, then do shopping. Then he will support me, like he will pay for my bags. And I actually like that because on my past relationships, it's so bad because instead of supporting me, they are insecure of my achievements. And I really do not like that. Because if your partner is not supportive, of course you will not be inspired to do more, to do your best. So if you will not do your best or improve, then you will not grow. And not growing in a relationship is also a red flag. Because how come you can grow together if you yourself can't grow individually? See? That's why boundaries and support is very, very essential or very necessary in a relationship. Trust me. Next, healthy conflict resolution. Okay, so just like what I've said a while ago, my current boyfriend and I do not sleep with a heavy heart. We never ever did not sleep with a heavy heart because whenever we do that, we feel that there's a space growing between us. And we're scared that if that space grows big and big and big, or bigger and bigger and bigger, it can lead to breakup. And like what I've said a while ago, I want this relationship last. So he and I really adjust because we really love each other. See? He's so green flag. Okay. Just like what I said, healthy conflict resolution is a green flag. Constructive conflict resolution with an emphasis on compromise, understanding, and finding solutions together. Because, come to think of it, if you don't have a healthy conflict resolution as a boyfriend, then expect if you marry that guy or girl who does not know how to resolve that conflict healthy. Okay? don't expect to have a healthy marriage in that person. Okay? So if I were you, get out on that relationship. Find another person who will appreciate you, who will do every green flags that I will say right now. It will save you a lot of time. Okay? Don't wait to have a relationship on that crappy person within next 5 more years. Okay? Because remember, conflict is inevitable. Conflict here, conflict there, might be small or big, it's still conflict. You can see conflict everywhere. Like, I don't know, we have this my boyfriend and I have this name, because whenever we go to this road, okay, we are having an argument. That's why whenever he drives, okay, he will just say, "Oh, we will go to the curse street, okay? So don't fight with me." It's really petty and funny because we really argue on that street. But kidding aside, even though we're having a conflict on that street, we're still ending up, okay, in a healthy conflict resolution. And that's the most important, okay? Conflict wherever, whenever, or whatever you can, but end it up with a healthy resolution and respect. Okay. Next, trust and transparency. Okay? So, green flag, a strong foundation of trust built on transparency, honesty, and reliability. Why? Why it's a green flag? Because trust is essential for emotional intimacy and the overall well-being of the relationship, okay? Remember that trust is the foundation of the relationship. I told you that a while ago. Because if you'll not trust your partner, then don't expect to have a long-term relationship on that person. Okay? So, I already told you the green flags that I know. Just like what I've said in red flags, tell me, okay? Comment below if you know other green flags. So other viewers, other audience rather, can know what are the other green flags. Okay? To sum it up, recognizing and addressing red flags early on can contribute to the growth and sustainability of a relationship. Conversely, embracing green flags ensures that the foundation is built on positive qualities that nurture a thriving connection. Just like what I said a while ago, red flags and green flags are very necessary in this generation because you can already get out on that crappy relationship if you know these flags. It can save your time, it can save your effort, it can save you. Yes, I'm talking to you. You yourself can save yourself. Okay? That's why keep watching, because I will tell also the bare minimums. Okay? Right after I told you the green and red flags, now we will talk about the bare minimum. Because nowadays, people are getting misjudged for falling in love to a person who only do bare minimum. Okay? I have this friend. She always have bad experiences with boys or girls because she's bisexual. So, if she or he treats my friend nicely, my friend will run at me and she will say, "Oh my gosh, she treats me nicely. He treats me nicely." She will fall in love to that person quickly. Okay? And I tell you, what they do is bare minimum. Okay? It is called bare minimum because it's the least or the common thing to do whenever you are in a relationship or you want to be in a relationship. Okay, I will delve deeper in that. Okay. The bare minimum in relationships symbolizes the essential building pieces that form a firm basis for emotional bonding and interpersonal connection. In delving into these factors, we dig into the fundamental concepts that support effective relationships, highlighting their importance in navigating the complicated dance of human connection. Okay, do not be confused if I will say a lot of things that I already said in green flags. Because green flags are the things that are good in a relationship. But I did not say if it's a bare minimum or not. Now you will now know if the green flags that I've said earlier is a bare minimum. Okay? Again, green flags are the things that are good in a relationship, while bare minimum is the least or common thing to do whenever you are in a relationship or whenever you want to be in a relationship. Okay. Number 1, communication. At the heart of any meaningful relationship lies the necessity for effective communication. The bare minimum entails a willingness to express thoughts, feelings, and needs openly, and equally importantly, to listen actively. Without communication, relationships remain stagnant, of course. If you will not communicate, then what will happen now to your relationship? Like, dead? Like a zombie? Okay. Remain stagnant, devoid of the vital exchange that fosters understanding and intimacy. I have this question again. I have this story again. Okay. So I have this situationship before. Situationship is a thing in Gen Z. Okay? They're called situationship because you're not committed. So it's just called situationship. It just happened in a situation. Okay? So we do not communicate well. He will chat me this day, then tomorrow he will not chat at me, he will not chat to me. Then later I found out that he liked somebody. See? Communicating is bare minimum. So if that person can communicate well to you, then expect that he does not like you. Remember, if that person giving you mixed signals, it means he or she does not like you. Because a person who likes or loves you want to communicate well to you. Because again, communication is the key. See? I will save a lot of relationships now. So if your situationship is not communicating well to you, then get out. Get out on that situationship. I tell you, you will save a lot of time. Okay, next. Respect. Okay? Respect forms the cornerstone of a healthy connection. Treating each other with kindness, acknowledging individual boundaries, and valuing differences are essential components of the bare minimum. In its absence, relationships may devolve into spaces of tension, where individuals feel unseen or unappreciated. Again, just like what I've told you a while ago, I have had this man who I met on a dating site. He did not respect my boundaries. So, I obviously dumped him. Because if I did not dump him, and I ended up being with him, then I think I'm in a devastating relationship right now. Because, if he can't respect my boundaries, then how come he can respect my boundaries when we're in a relationship? When we're in a relationship. Does that make any sense? Do not expect on that person if he or she does not respect you on the courting stage or the dating stage. Because we all know that if you and a person is in a relationship, you're getting comfortable. So the more comfortable you get, the more complacent you get. See? I have lots of wisdom right now. And I'm very glad that I'm talking to you guys right now. Because I can save a lot. Not just people, but a lot of years, times, efforts, and many more. And I can also make your family proud of you, because some of you have parents that, oh my God, break up with him. He does not deserve you. Or break up with her. She does not deserve you. If you will listen to this podcast, then you will know that I'm right at the very start. Okay. Next, trust. Trust is the glue that holds relationships together. Okay? The bare minimum involves reliability, honesty, and the assurance that each partner can depend on the other. Without trust, the foundation becomes shaky, eroding the sense of security necessary for a flourishing connection. Again, trust is a very bare minimum. Because if you don't trust that person, then why be in a relationship with him? Or why in a relationship with her? Because if you don't trust her, then it does not make any sense. Because you want to be in a relationship with that person because you trust your whole life with her or with him. Okay? Remember that. Okay. Next, support. Okay? A supportive environment is indispensable for the growth and well-being of any relationship. The bare minimum encompasses the willingness to be there for each other during both triumphs and challenges. This support fosters a sense of partnership, creating a shared space where individuals can thrive. Okay? Support also is a very bare minimum to me, because I have this ex again who did not support me at the very start. I did not know why I did stay at him. I'm so not intelligent back then. But I'm glad right now because of all the mistakes that I did and of all the lessons that I've learned. I found a healthy and handsome guy right now. And I don't want to waste that opportunity. So I will do my best. I will adjust every day I will put all of my efforts, energy to that guy so we can last. Because I tell you guys, he is so very green flag. Next, shared values. Okay. I think this is the last green flag that I know. So comment below again, guys. Oh, I think this is the last bare minimum that I know. So again, guys, like what I've said a while ago, comment below if you know any other bare minimums so other people or other viewers can know and can help them, okay, to determine if they are in a healthy relationship or not. Okay, so shared values. While differences can add richness to a relationship, shared values create a sense of alignment and purpose. The bare minimum involves a foundational agreement on core principles and aspirations, allowing for a cohesive journey through life's twists and turns. Okay? It's a bare minimum, okay, to have an agreement on core principles. Because if you two do not have an aligned values, then I bet you always have an argument. An argument can lead to breakups or misunderstanding. Unless, let's go back to what I've said a while ago, if you have a healthy conflict resolution, then there's no problem. But as much as possible, guys, have a deep talk, okay, about shared values. Okay? Because if you two do not have shared values, then you might ended up being the Katniel. Okay? The 11 years will be waste. Okay? Because you will realize at the end of the day that you two are not suit for each other because your values did not align. That's why it's very important to communicate within each other. Okay. Next, when we consider the notion of the bare minimum in relationships, we recognize the underlying components that form the framework of human connection. Relationships find stability and the opportunity for progress within these core qualities, okay? Again, communication, respect, trust, support, and shared values. Remember those, and I bet you will be a master or an expert in a relationship. If you know the red flags, the green flags, the bare minimum, I can assure you guys that you can save a lot of time and you can save yourself from a crappy relationship. Okay? I wanna clear this out. Understanding the bare minimum is not a call to mediocrity. Okay? I will put an emphasis on that. Understanding the basic minimum is not a call to mediocrity, but rather an opportunity to focus the necessary components that support a good relationship. Okay? As people negotiate the complexity of relationships, accepting these core characteristics serves as a compass, leading them through the varied landscape of shared experiences, obstacles, and a plethora of moments that create the fabric of human connection. Relationships may mature into spaces of fulfillment, understanding, and long-term connection by identifying and preserving the bare minimum. Okay? Remember all the things that I've said a while ago and treasure it. Okay? Understand it by heart so you can't or you will not end up, okay, being hurt. Because if you know all the things that I've said a while ago, then you will be saved. Okay, so last part, I shared a lots of values about red flags, green flags, and bare minimums. Okay. Again, from the first part, it's all about relationship, love, and heartbreaks. The second part, it's all about green, red, and bare minimum. Now, I want to sum it up all for you. That I want to say that heartbreak is a very common and a teacher in our lives, okay? That is why we want to be your companion in life. We want to prove to you that you are not alone, that it is never too late to move on. Remember that our channel is right here to guide you and to do whatever we can do to prove that you will learn a lot of things in our channel. Okay? Whether it's a love for family, friends, wife and husbands, girlfriend or boyfriends, everything that you can name, or everything that's under the sun. I also want to say that we also talk about money, okay? That money in the context of relationships, okay, is more than just a transactional instrument. It is a reflection of shared values, objectives, and aspirations. In this channel, we want to correlate the money in relationships. Because I know a lot of people who struggle in money, okay? Especially in married couples. They are divorcing because of money. They are having arguments because of money. That's why our channel wants to have a topic also in money. And we want to prove to you that we can help you also in surpassing a financial struggle whenever you are in a relationship. Again, that's like what I've said, money, okay? It is a reflection of shared values, objectives, and aspirations. Navigating the difficult landscape of financial dynamics necessitates a combination of communication, comprehension, and compromise. Couples may use the power of money, okay? See the correlation of money in a relationship? It's amazing, right? Our channel can do whatever content you want us to have, okay? Again, couples may use the power of money to build their connections rather than allow it to become a source of strife by handling financial concerns with honesty, accepting common objectives, and respecting each other's autonomy. Finally, the currency of love goes beyond dollars and pence to include in the intangible assets of trust, understanding, and mutual support. Couples have the potential to change the narrative of money in relationships as they manage the complicated dance of shared finances, changing it into a tool for establishing a robust and harmonious bond. See, it is so possible to correlate all the things to a relationship. Because like what I've said a while ago, conflict is inevitable. That's why our channel is talking about relationship, love, money, or financial, everything. Just like what I've said, everything under the sun. That's why if you want to know about more of these topic, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell to stay updated. I want to see all of you guys in our channel. So I hope I can see you all. See you next time.